Hmm. Hey everyone. We are playing with the open hearth today. We are returning to Silent Falls, as you can see, and we are playing a game called Wayfaring Strange by Joy Martin, um, which is a strange little game about traveling witches, more or less, through this hidden world along these hidden highways. But obviously, this group are going to find themselves in Silent Falls. My name is Donna. My pronouns are he, him. I'll be running the game. So let's get intros from our players and their characters. And yeah, I think that's it. So we'll go
I
in
am.
character order.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got too excited. I was first on the character keeper. I am Kay. I use she and they pronouns, and I will be playing Dahlia Grace. Should I go into her a bit more, or do we want to do the people first?
Yeah, let's do a bit of details on each of them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Dahlia Grace is the manager of our little grouping of witches. She books our lovely Cloud for events and gigs at things in certain towns where maybe things are a little strange and interesting and they could be looked into. She's got a bit of a talent for brawling, persuasion, and intuition as a regular human, but then on the witchy side, she's both an apostle, someone who is sort of close to the supernatural world, sees a little bit more, can manifest things, and a root worker. Uh, she wants to keep the work good and consistent, control her connection to the other side, because that can be a little dangerous, but also maybe entertain deals from all kinds of devils, but don't actually commit to one unless it's actually good, in quotation marks. She has some different abilities, such as lodestones and dandelion tea, which hopefully we'll get into. But the more interesting part for her is she manifests as Fortuna. So a lot of things that kind of influence luck and good circumstance, which is perhaps how they've managed to book and tour and stay afloat in certain ways, uh, in addition to Cloud's talent and Rowan's exceptional driving. Uh, yeah, and she's booked us at the Dripping Dagger for a lovely event this weekend.
Yeah, of course. And it's not half as scary as it sounds, or so we would think.
Oh,
Awesome.
great.
Thanks. Thanks, Kate. Sabine.
Yeah, I'm Sumin. I use any pronouns, and I'm going to play Cloud Redwood, who uses they or he pronouns. Cloud is knows how to make talismans. They also play various instruments, can also build them or repair them, which is quite also important. They know some stuff, some folklore. They don't just play at people. They listen also what people tell them. They're also rather athletic fellow because before they met up with these two others, they didn't have a car or anything, so they were on foot, and sometimes they were on foot really fast because they had to get away from people when misunderstandings and things happened. Um, they, as I said, their aspirations are they want to find the lyrics of that song they remember from their childhood, but they don't know what it's called, obviously. So they want to play a really good gig that makes some money. So mostly so that the other two are happy. They are very taken by the idea of having two people who manage stuff for them because I mean getting gigs is a headache and they don't have a car and can't drive. So yay. And also they want to create a song to coax the soul out of hell, their sister's soul. They barely remember who that actually is and if that's really their sister. But they have a vague recollection of this person, and they are pretty sure they're this person. She's in hell, and they want her back. Please, but you'd have to write a pretty good song for that, right? They can cook up some talismans, like ones um, that give them help when they are trying to talk to something, and My personal favorite is the one that just lets them drive the bus or the train without paying the fare, and everybody assumes it's okay.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Sabine. And finally, Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat, she, her. Today I'm going to be playing Rowan South, also she, her. If you haven't guessed yet, she is the driver of this little trio. She comes from a coven, and this is her coming of age ceremony where she's experiencing the world and having to navigate it by herself. Aspirations, though, to eventually get back to them. She wants to discover the hidden path that her parents took and follow it. She also wants to find out what this artifact she found can do and what power it craves, and to prove her worth as a wayfarer, she wants to map a road to hell and back. Her talents on the witchy side are wayfaring and routeworking, though she only has two rituals right now. She's been focused on other stuff like the driving, survival, investigation, and mechanics talents that earns her keep in this little group.
And I have questions about this little artifact.
That's a fun little treat for you.
Okay, okay.
You could do whatever you want
Um,
with that.
yeah. I guess let's ask some questions like where did you get it? I mean, does it have a one previous owner? What do you think?
I think I picked it up 3 gigs ago. It's crossed state lines at this point. There was a previous owner. I think it was. I thought that I took it accidentally, but at this point, I think it was slipped into my bag from someone I spent the night with.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that won't come back to bite you.
I hope it does.
Okay, awesome. Um, in terms of familiarity with the town, the small town of Silent Falls, what do we think uh, in our three travelers? Is this just another stop on the road, or was someone from here originally?
I think Cloud might have been here before. They don't really remember. They were probably pretty young, or they probably have some memory issues anyway. Um, but the town, something about it seems familiar,
Okay.
and that's not usual. Mostly they just drift through, but this one seems oddly like, yeah, there's that tree. Yeah, there's that tree. Huh, weird.
So I guess the question then for Dahlia is, have you booked the Dripping Dagger just because you've heard things about it, or have you been there before?
I think it's all word of mouth for Dahlia. She looks for cool supernatural adjacent deep weird towns, and this seemed right up their alley. I don't think she's ever been here before.
Okay, okay, cool. Um, so yeah, I think when you're coming into Silent Falls, you think you're yeah, I think like you crest the rise, and you see the town, this typical small town. Probably from a distance, you notice the large lighthouse overlooking a bay on the north side. And everything else seems, pretty standard, a dime a dozen, at least from here. Um, let me ask, um, let me ask Rowan, given that you're the Wayfarer. Um, at this crossroads on the edge of town, crossroads is where you end up doing a lot of your rituals, a lot of your wayfaring goes through here, and everyone has, a slightly different flavor. What kind of impression are you getting from from this crossroads?
I'm getting a very sort of the feeling that I have when I pass over that road. I pass a little sign that says "Welcome to Silent Falls." There's a chill that runs through my body, but it's immediately followed by like the thawing of the first warm day of spring. There's something here, but it's also in flux right now.
Okay. And does that kind of give you hope or some pause, or what's your kind of life experience, such as it is, telling you about that feeling?
The way that I interpret it is that whatever powerful thing that passed through here once is gone now, and the energy that is naturally here is beginning to recover and reacclimate.
Okay. Um, yeah, okay, that's cool. For the others in this, well, I don't even think we need to talk about the car, right? We haven't talked about the car yet. Rowan, what are you driving? Is this like your own car? Is this
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have taken a driver because I'm not a car person, but it is her own car. I think it is a um very spacious sedan, kind of unassuming. This is not the car that you would think a witch would be driving, but it does the job and it seems it's an older model, but it's still seems like all the parts are new.
okay? Yeah. Um, Dahlia then. I mean, are you in the other front seat with the map, you know, trying to figure out exactly what route you get to this bar slash club?
I mean, it's 2010s. We got GPS, baby.
Okay. Um, that is fair. Yeah. I thought maybe there's some traditional thing going on here, but no, you're up with the times. Um, you said that, you, you've obviously got your networks up, so you may have been at this a lot longer than Rowan has. Like, what is your feeling um when you're entering this town? Like,
There's
do you see
something
anything?
in, yeah, there's something in the pulse here. Dahlia deals a lot with good luck, bad luck, fortune, the weighing of the scales, things like that. And something about this town is off. The scales are really uneven here. Uh, they seem to be really high in certain places and really low in others, which normally most scales are decently weighted, you know. And the fact that it's so up and down here is interesting, but also maybe like a thin line of concerning.
Okay. And do you think you're bringing any trouble into this mix yourselves? Is there something following you? Did you leave the last town on good terms?
I'm happy to leave that open to everyone, uh, in case wasn't sure if it felt like it was directed to.
I'm directing it to Dahlia.
Oh,
If
okay. Oh,
um,
okay. I wasn't
you
sure.
know, has
Uh,
she like smoothed out anything? Was there any trouble?
oh yeah, I think almost everything was smoothed out. There may have been one, I hate to use the word stalker, because that's just no fun to call someone a stalker or fan, someone who's managed to get really into Cloud's music, who keeps sticking around despite how much we seem to travel. And I'm kind of hoping they won't show up at this next venue because at that point they'll have been here so much and so thoroughly that I will have to actually take notice about it.
Okay. Yeah, great stuff. Cloud, let's talk to you about your fans slash
Oh,
stalkers.
okay.
Do
Yes.
Just
you do
one.
you pick these up a lot, or is this one special?
I don't mostly I don't even notice. Sometimes, yeah, there have been incidents with people who were a little too familiar. And since I'm a little oblivious to social cues, that led to trouble. But since I've met Dahlia and Rowan, that's all good. It's all good. So I've not had trouble with people much.
Superb.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder, your mind is probably on this town, right?
Yeah,
Do you think
yeah.
there's something about it when you see it, like you see that old church
Mm-hmm.
or that lighthouse or even the lake? Is there something
Mm-hmm.
about any of those things that spark some memory you didn't know you had?
I think there are a lot of the more mundane things that I'm like that I know that one and I know that one. But I think also in Clouds is the lighthouse, something in them chills. Like that everything here might be an interesting memory, but that might not be so. That might also be interesting, but not in a good way.
And do you think the others up front in the car can kind of notice a change in your mood? Like,
Oh,
do you talk a lot from the back seat? Do you sing? What is there a sign?
I
Give us a
think
pause.
I I will have I usually fiddle around with any of my instruments. If that, yeah. I think I have a guitar. Everybody has a guitar, right? And the violin and the harmonica. And usually I'm fiddling around with them or humming or something or talking to you. I'm not social, not super socially unawkward, but I am also not super shut in and never talk to people. But you will notice that I've gone very quiet in the back seat. And then I start fiddling around with my instruments and can't actually decide on what I want to do there. It's also kind of unusual.
Okay. So I guess you pull into town. Is there, Dahlia, is there like a plan here? Like you go straight to the club, or you find your wherever you're gonna stay? Is there a network? Is there like someone you can couch surf on? What's the setup here?
Yeah, I think there's this really big house that this old lady has, and we rented a couple rooms from her for the weekend.
You giving this old lady a name, or
I think she already has a name.
so we mean it's Lorraine Briarwood? Is that what we mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So why don't you, when you pull into the driveway or up alongside the path for this house, why don't you describe the house? Um,
So it's huge, but it's not tall. It's one of those homes that's like very sprawling, and there's a good chance that maybe back in the day, like several families lived in it. Like, your parents and then your siblings and their spouses and their kids, kind of a vibe. It's got a big wraparound porch that goes around the whole thing, which is kind of crazy considering how big it is. And it's old. This house has been here for a while. It's decently maintained, although it looks like it's starting to fray in a couple places, as if maybe someone has started to just now slow down on the maintenance. They're perhaps, getting older. Um, yeah.
So I think there's like a table, a small kind of almost like a bedside locker um, outside the front door, and there's like a note pinned down underneath a rock, and like a set of keys just sitting there, and it just says like, let yourself in. There's like something in the oven, you can heat it up, So there's like some really basic instructions from her, like make yourself at home, you'll be fine. Um, uh, she'll be back later tonight. That's the gist of the message.
And we won't be, because we'll be at the club.
Well,
Yeah,
um,
apparently
the-
this oh sorry, I jumped into
no,
it
no,
ahead of time.
go ahead, go ahead.
Dahlia looks around and I think she, pulls a rock, grabs the keys. Yeah, apparently this old broad actually like owns the club we're playing at, supposedly or something. It's like in her family. But she also had when I asked about lodging, and there apparently there's some stupid expensive ritzy resort and that's way too much money. But she was like, "Oh, I have all this extra space and, just a couple rooms." And I was like, "Old lady, that's probably fine, right? And if not, we can handle it," as she like slips the key into the door and goes to open it up, looking at Rowan and Cloud kind of explaining.
I
Yeah,
think,
go
sorry, go
ahead.
ahead.
No,
No,
please.
okay. I think Cloud wanders off, like not super far away, but just like looks for a vantage point where he can look over the town a bit, like trying to catch this elusive memory that's rattling around somewhere in their brain, but they can't really catch.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think obviously I kind of imagine that when you look out, there are other things that you maybe try to focus on, but that
Oh,
lighthouse is the
oh yeah,
one that your eyes keep returning to,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And this house seems to be oriented in that way.
Uh,
Um, Maybe there's other things that it's really oriented towards,
uh,
um, but
uh,
yeah, it's the lighthouse that keeps
uh.
pulling you back.
Yeah, I think Cloud fakes it themselves and then goes back, looks a little over their shoulder, like, is it following me? But obviously not. It's a lighthouse. Um, yeah, seems a little. What's the word that I'm looking for? I don't know. There is a word, but I'm not finding it. Like a little nervous. Antsy. Antsy is the word that I was
Yeah,
looking for.
yeah. Um, Rowan, what about you? Are you like exploring this house or just kind of settling in? What's your deal?
I think Rowan was uh with Delilah on the entering, kind of listening to her explanation of the Briarwoods also owns the club, and the more Delilah was kind of saying like, oh, we can handle it, the more Rowan kind of gets a look on her face like, oh, okay, so it's gonna be one of those pit stops, and she says, well, if the lady owns the house, she owns the club, we better hope she doesn't like Cloud's music too much tonight. Otherwise, we might have a bigger stalker on our hands.
No,
And
no,
we'll
no.
already be
She's old, like in her 80s or something.
that you can't. Old ladies can be freaks too. You're gonna grow up to be a big freak when you're older. Come on.
I don't plan to live that long. And she like reaches out and boops you on the nose.
She kind of she kind of smirks at you. We'll head into the house.
Mhm. Oh, something does smell good though. And she'll walk in and sort of head towards the kitchen area because mentioned that something was in the oven and leaving that alone seems like cause for fire.
Yeah, I think Rowan's in charge of the bags, so she's going to be bringing those up and thus getting her first pick of the room as well.
Cloud will try will be helpful. At least not maybe not the most focused kind of help, like the guy who just picks something up and then carries it somewhere, and you have to redirect them where they actually are supposed to go.
Oh my God, Cloud, why can't I find my makeup bag?
Huh?
It's our
I don't. I don't. Oh, wait, this the big mauve one. I put it over there. Is mauve the right word for it, or is it lavender? I can't tell.
I swear we should get you checked for color blindness.
I just. Sorry. What is it then?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's not that big a deal. Why don't you just sit down and think
Okay.
about, and she like pulls from one of the bags like a notebook and
Mm-hmm.
like throws a pencil down. Just think about words. You're good with words. Not when spoken, but like when sung. So
Okay. Okay. Um.
Rowan's got the bags. She handles that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the door's closed, right? Yeah. Yeah. Of course it is.
Did we
Sorry.
close the door?
Well, funny you should mention that.
ah.
You know, the doorbell goes, even though the door is open when you kind of look down. There's a young, well, maybe 30-ish young woman standing there with a big box, which looks like it might be full of like vinyl records or something.
Oh, hey,
Uh,
the old woman who lives here is not here, right now.
oh, the old woman? You're talking about
Yeah,
Lorraine?
Lorraine Briarwood.
Yeah. I guess it's good that she's not there because she does not take kindly to being called an old woman. But I hear you.
Good to know.
Actually, someone, I think a mutual friend, asked me to drop these records over to you when you arrived.
Dahlia will look at to Cloud and then to Rowan. Like, do any of you know people here?
Sure, actually.
Friends who
I'm
dropped off records?
I
No.
might know if the mutual friend has a name, kind of raising an eyebrow at the delivery person.
Oh, my name is Selena, and I think, are you Rowan? Yeah?
One and only.
Okay, so yeah, I know your folks.
Oh, my folks.
I used to date your cousin, if that makes
Which one?
sense. Yeah, indeed. And no,
Bad choice, Skid. Bad choice. I'll
well,
go
you
over and inspect the boxes.
used to.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So there's like more than just records in here. There's maybe a dozen albums and then some singles and then like some, I know, um, knickknacks, let's call them, in the box too. Um, the only one that has to get back to your folks is the Coltrane.
Mm.
Uh, Everything else is, just maybe. Uh, I run the record store, the music store in town.
Music store.
So yeah, we're right next to the donuts.
Both are things I like.
Well, thanks for being the beast of burden. I'll go through this, and it sounds like you'll be seeing at least two of us later. One for records, one for donuts, I guess. Kind of looking at Cloud.
I do appreciate a good donut, though. I mean, I gotta eat. Um, and Cloud will amble over and look at the records, seeing if you don't stop them, they will just look at what is that, what kind of music is it.
I think Rowan does stiffen a bit when you get near the box, but she's not going to stop you in front of a stranger.
Mhm.
Um, so I'll leave that with you. If you want to like a tour or I don't know, a coffee, drop in, and I will be happy to have some more people to talk to who don't think I'm
Cool, thanks, bye.
crazy. Uh,
Hey, hang on, crazy.
That, what? Oh, fine. Ugh, rolls her eyes. Go on.
I, I'll here. Our manager really likes to keep schedules, so I'll walk you out and I'll see what kind of crazy you are, and she can manage she'll get me back on track later.
hey. And I think as you like walk down the driveway, it's like, uh, is this like trying to protect her people, or is this just really scheduling?
It's really scheduling, yeah.
Hey. Because I think things, if you expect things to run on time in the Dripping Dagger, good luck.
Yeah? You think it's needed?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, closing time is more of an aspirational thing on law enforcement side. It, generally speaking, doesn't happen. So everything runs late.
Mm. Mm. Heard. Good to know. That might affect some evening plans.
So are you a musician in this band, or
Oh, obviously I'm the face.
um sure? Um
Nah, I
so
drive the car. I move the bags.
okay.
I fill a seat.
Yeah, well, I mean, musicians don't like public transport, right? So you gotta have a car.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you have a lot of instruments. I think Cloud picks up a new one every other stop.
Well,
That's
you should.
they
Oh,
usually don't have a car, so yeah, that is so much fun. I think it was Dahlia who talked them out of taking the piano.
That's so true.
Yes.
well, maybe I can fix up your friend with some new instruments.
I think they'd appreciate that. How long has it been since you talked to anyone from my side? Were they around here? Just wondering how you got the package if you used to date a cousin.
Well, the telephone exists, That's
Oh, okay, fine. The telephone
um,
exists.
yeah, yeah, I know. But well, I was much younger when your folks were here last, and they said a few things, and they were, in a rush. I get the feeling that they, yeah, they had somewhere to be, or so I don't know. I didn't like I was pretty young, right? I was a
Hmm,
teenager, so I didn't really think to ask nosy questions. Not at the time, at least.
got it. Well, if I find any nosy answers, I'll pass it along.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. You don't have any idea what they might have been running to or from?
How long ago? You said you were a teenager?
Yeah, so like I want to say uh 16, 17 years. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe a bit longer.
Hmm. Well, I was a little young too. I don't know. I could think of a few things, but I'd have to whip through the journals, get the dates. There's a lot of drama.
Hmm. It's terrible finding out that your parents had real lives once, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Terrible. Well, see, we've got an old harmonium in the shop that really is just taking up room. So if your friend needs something like a piano, uh, we'll make a deal.
Got it. We'll see if the manager doesn't kill me if I even suggest it.
Well,
It'll be
my
fine.
wor
Yeah.
you better ask for forgiveness and not permission, right?
Mm.
Okay. Well, I will see you later.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
might even come to this gig.
Sounds good. And I will wander back towards the house.
Okay. So in the house, Dahlia, I guess you were saying you were going to the oven. So it's like an old-fashioned range. So it's like basically on all day, unless it's the height of summer. So it's not really yeah, something you can leave alone, right? So there's like some kind of shepherd's pie or something in there, with like a one slice missing out of the casserole dish. Um, Other than that, do you think there was anything you were told about the Briarwoods that might make you reticent about, poking around, or maybe very curious to poke around?
Um, Honestly, Dahlia doesn't give a shit. She's
Uh,
like, she's open to stuff, and whatever's around will come here. It's an old house, so that probably means someone or something is gonna come poke and say hi or whatever. But as Rowan said, she all about that schedule, and she needs to make sure Cloud has done some music time, eats something so they don't pass out, that he showers and is ready for the show. I am like management. A large part of it is booking venues, other thing, and the other thing is your wonderful talent is apparently super absent-minded, and so you just make sure that they get all the things. Make sure they get their tea, this, that, everything. So honestly, she's checking the shepherd's pie, probably turning the oven up a little bit so it gets more warm, because that'll be something good and hearty for Cloud. And then I think maybe she's making what is it called? That's called the fun thing. Oh wait, I shouldn't use this yet. Never mind. I say this for later. She's laying out some stuff from her bag near wherever the nearest kettle is.
okay, yeah. And again, I think you got an old whistle kettle that just sits on the range itself, so it may take a while to boil up, but
Yeah, she doesn't need
it's
it right now. She just needs to know where it is for later.
okay.
What's going on in your brain, Cloud?
I've been looking at these um vinyls and trying to see what kind of music they're about.
Talk me through it.
Yeah, okay. Do you really want to know? Okay. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
why not?
know. I don't know each of them, right? Is there maybe there's a record there's a what's the name of the device? Vinyl recorder, right? That's the name of the
A record
device.
player?
Record
Record
player.
player, thank
Yeah, yeah.
you. Yeah, well, yeah, record player. Maybe there's a record player on, so I
There might
haven't
be.
I mean I know some of these musicians, but not all of them, and I haven't listened to a lot of this style. It's a bit it's a
Hmm.
bit old-timey.
All right. Do you want me to go find one?
I mean, I could do that myself, but I might be a
Yeah, but
skeptic.
then what's the over under of you getting lost in this place?
Yes, that's not unfair. I'll watch the pie.
Yeah, just watch the pie. And she'll walk past him and give him a clap on the shoulder.
Mm.
And Yeah,
Yeah,
go look.
yell if you find something or something finds you.
Sounds right. You'll probably hear the snapping of bones if something finds me.
That is an interesting sound, and I will incorporate it in tonight's show.
Good boy.
Not
And
a boy, but okay,
oh, sorry. What
fine.
good person?
Yes, thank you.
Doesn't sound as good as roll off the tongue. We need to figure out a better version of that for later. All right.
Good cloud rolls off the
Good
tongue.
cloud. Good
Yep.
cloud. We could just rock with good cloud. Good cloud.
Mhm.
And Dahlia will head off into the house, trying to perceive a record player.
Yeah, and I mean, you have the intuition talent, right? Which I think is good for getting you what you need, but also getting you into, or at least pointing you in the direction of trouble. Whether you
Yeah.
choose to go to it or not is entirely up to you. Um, so I think upstairs, maybe on like the third floor, there's like it's not quite an attic, it's not quite a loft, it's kind of in between, right? So you find lots of dust covered boxes and such. Um, and yes, there is an old record player up here sitting on a covered trunk.
Pick up record player, walk back
Yeah.
downstairs.
And I think when you pick up that record player, you get this um I, it's not quite an electric charge, but some kind of frisson, some kind of there's something you're almost touching that's kind of pulling at you
She
momentarily.
pauses. Yeah, she pauses for a second, looks at the trunk. If you're hiding in there, you have to tell me. I found you.
And yeah, I think you feel like an empty pit in your stomach when you say that.
Oh, no. See, I'm not a medium. I'm not here to fix or solve your problems. Try that with the next one. Um, you give me bad vibes and the ick, so I'm just gonna go. And she's gonna relift the megaphone and go to walk in, not the megaphone, the recorder, and go to leave. She's like, nope, bad vibes. Not about that life.
Okay, yeah. Um,
She makes sure to like really shut that door and then debates like coming back. I'm just gonna if I just yeah. When she gets back towards the kitchen, she's gonna have a little announcement for everyone.
Yeah, I
um,
think Rowan's back in now.
yeah. I mean, I just want to know, Sabine, if Cloud is told not to go near something, what
Yep.
what what would their reaction be? You know,
They will li
curious?
they will listen to it, and 3 minutes later, they will probably have forgotten that they were told not to do that. And if they're interested, they will then do it, then do so. What were they told not to do?
Nothing
Well,
yet.
nothing yet.
Okay, okay, yeah. Or
Um, uh,
maybe if they really want to do it, they will probably just ignore the person who's telling them.
yeah. I guess Dahlia will know the talent, right? So
Yeah.
maybe this is going through her mind as she's figuring out what to
She
say.
is. She's like, I
Yeah.
guess I could get a piece of construction paper, some bright pen, tape it to the door. And she's thinking about that as she comes back into the kitchen and puts the record player down. Oh, perfect, Rowan. We were just about to check out some of your tunes.
Yeah.
If,
Yeah.
if you don't mind, I'm sorry. I presumed you were okay with this. Forgot they were not mine.
Hmm. Uh, well, since you're already going through it and I see you found a record player, you might as well, but I'm gonna go through the rest of the box. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I wonder if there's something in this box of kind of, tchotchkes or, thingamajigs, junk-like objects that reminds you of home or like something you have some kind of faint memory of from your childhood. What do you think that is?
I think there's she takes out like a small bundle of something, and when she unwraps it, it's a small figure, and that's not what strikes her as familiar. She kind of holds it. It seems normal, pewter, like uh, a little soldier standing up somewhere. It looks like it's part of a set, but the camera, it's focused on that, and then the focus shifts to the cloth that it was wrapped in, and there's a pattern on it, kind of a gold, very delicate design, and this was her mother's kind of prized handkerchief, and she remembers just her using it to just dust off every seat before she would sit down. It was kind of always on her person, more ornamental than anything, because the seats were never dirty. It was just a motion she did and went through.
So yeah, how does that make you feel? Like, like do you practice that same motion when you're about to sit down next, or what's your reaction?
Um, she feels weird. She was not expecting to there's not like she's been looking for whatever trail her parents has been on, and everything that she's found has always been through her kind of trotting forward and looking for it. Nothing's been handed to her yet, so this feels almost unearned, but and she doesn't quite know why it's happened now. She is a believer in things happen for a reason, and she doesn't do that same motion her mom does, but she does tuck the handkerchief into the same breast pocket that she used to put it into. And she will sit down at the table. She's got a couple of other various. Uh, she just grabbed a handful of stuff. Honestly, she's looking for uh, clues or notes, but I think it's all just knickknacks.
Yeah, yeah, mostly junk,
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Cloud. I wonder, does something about one of these kind of record sleeves strike you? Is there like a hint of, a title of one of these sounds like the lyric that you can't quite remember?
Yeah, I think it there is. And I think it's weirdly enough on the sleeve with the lighthouse on it.
Hey, yeah.
I think
Um,
it's by a very unknown band. Cloud doesn't know them really. Like some kind of folk shanty storm pirate death. A little morbid actually from when you look at the back sleeve. There's not a lot of information there.
yeah. I
Just
wonder
maybe
if,
just the titles of the songs.
yeah, and this is not one of those productions that has like a lyrics in the liner or anything like that. In fact, I think when you like look for the record, like the record inside doesn't match the sleeve.
Ah, damn.
Um, and I think there's something about when you're turning it over to look or something like that, it catches the light, and it in that moment, I think the sea looks red, like red as blood underneath
Ooh,
that lighthouse.
wow. Yeah, I put it down very carefully. I'm trying to seem nonchalant, like I don't care about this, and put it down. But I will ask: has anybody ever heard of this band, Falling Stars? Because I haven't, or have I? I don't know. Hmm.
I don't think you have because if you knew it, you would be singing it at some point and then we would know it. So,
Yeah,
no, I don't know it.
I think I might know one of their songs. I just can't put lyrics to it. I've been looking for them for a while now. Oh,
Well, is that I think she goes over, notices that the record is different and says, "Well, after the gig, if you wanted to take the sleeve to the record shop, they might know something."
oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Hmm.
do. Thank you.
Hmm.
Should have thought of that myself. Oh,
It's fine. You
yeah,
got a show
no,
tonight.
thank you. Mhm. I, yeah, I don't want to take this, but maybe if we can just describe it, that should be enough, right? And pushes
You you
the
you can
sleeve.
take it. How,
Oh,
come on.
I know it's yours. I don't really
I was
want
gonna
it.
go there anyway. So it's not like it's leaving my vicinity.
I have a bad feeling about it, honestly, about the lighthouse.
The lighthouse?
Yeah,
She points at the
yeah,
sleeve.
yeah. The other one points in the
Oh,
direction of the lighthouse. I don't know. Maybe I'm just hungry, but I don't think so, really.
well, it's a good thing you're not playing in the lighthouse.
Yeah. Someone say hungry, and Dahlia turns around and she's got like two plates with like heaping spoonfuls of shepherd's pie on it.
Oh,
She'll
Hmm.
set one
food,
before each of you with a fork.
food.
Now, I put a sign up with magic marker and construction paper, so it's in all the fun color. Wait, we might be colorblind. Whatever, it's fine.
What are you, 5?
No, I just want, and her eyes like trail over to Cloud, someone to definitely notice the sign if they see it. The attic is kind of a little weird. Probably shouldn't go up alone. Um, and so I think some of the floorboards might be loose.
Oh, okay, okay, and our okay,
So
hmm,
there's just a bad vibe by
okay.
no, she trusts them. She would say by the trunk where I picked up the record players. So just like maybe if we do want to look at that, we do it like together.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Well, color me intrigued, but we're already running late, so
Mm,
that's for later.
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's for later. For now,
Hmm.
Cloud, food.
um, Yeah, and maybe we should talk to the lady who owns the house, right? Before we go investigating weird stuff in her house. I don't know. That's how you do it, right? Right.
Probably. Uh,
Okay.
but you
Yes,
food,
food.
food, and then you need to go
Hmm.
take a shower. So I can
Yeah,
do.
I know. Yeah, I know. Um, I'm looking at you. You're eating too, right?
Yeah. 1 sec. And she'll go back and get a plate and fill one up
Okay.
for herself.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's take a break. And then we'll jump into wherever you're all going next. Is that the gig? Is that the lighthouse? Is that the music shop? Is that all three? I don't know. So let me pause it. Okay. So yeah, I guess there's a meal time. I'm not sure if it's, the usual topics of conversation that always goes on, or if there's anything unusual. Are people sharing plans of what they're going to do? Are people going off on any kind of um, side quest? Let's call it that. Um,
I,
Clyde, how
I,
about you? Are you being the good talent or getting into trouble?
Well, no, I'm always the good tone. I think I will mention maybe kind of offhand that I think I was here before in this town, but probably means nothing.
Is this something that Cloud has said before in
No,
other weird towns? Okay, just checking.
no. Either he said I was here before, or he said I've never been here before. Not I think I
Not,
was
I
here,
think.
but you probably know that he has hard time remembering shit.
Yeah,
Um,
it is a bit of a strange comment, but I will let Kay speak here, but I feel like Delilah has a hard and fast rule of like you
Dahlia.
could do whatever si Dahlia has a hard and fast rule of you could do whatever side quest you want tomorrow. Like the night of the gig, we're all here and we're
Pretty
all locked
much.
in. Yeah.
Pretty much, Dahlia is like, we're locked in, we have a schedule. Keep
Hmm.
Cloud as on schedule as you can because Cloud will wander and do whatever. And if we try to keep to a schedule, maybe then we're only 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
so yeah, do we want to like fast forward to the gig? I like to find out what everyone is doing at this gig and maybe build some more connections there before we start getting into trouble next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like we hinted at, the Dripping Dagger is this. I mean, it's not quite a terrible dive bar, but it is a rough kind of bar slash nightclub. Um, I guess the days of it catering to miners and lumber workers have kind of in the past a little bit, given that the mines are pretty much shut down at this stage and the sawmill is kind of on its last legs. But it is still that kind of place, right? There is probably sawdust on the floor, right? Um, uh, and the food here, I'm not sure if it's getting a recommended stamp of approval from the health board of the state. Um, but yeah, it's got what looks like a fine stage. It has, some proper sound equipment. It is not terrible in that regard. And it certainly seems to have, engaged clientele. You know, the place is doing good trade. Um, let's build that up a little bit, though. For Dahlia, um, is there something here that you always like to see in a venue?
Yeah, I think something that Dahlia likes to always see in a venue is something you've already stated, which is the people are engaged. Like people are here and they're drinking, maybe they're not eating, or if they are, they're begrudgingly so. Um, but they're like people are live and they're tangible and touchable. They're not locked in their own sort of mini worlds at their table. They're plugged into the venue itself, which means that they will get drawn in by Cloud.
Okay,
So that's
super,
that's I think
super.
something Dahlia looks for and is quite pleased with herself.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Rowan, do you think there's something that feels kind of supernatural or magical here, or is there like someone in the crowd who definitely knows the deal? This isn't quite an all supernatural clientele, but there's definitely a few faces here. Do you want to like pick one out and say what you think about them?
Yeah, I think kind of a liminal space like a bar in a town where people kind of pass through and just I feel like the remains of certain lines and paths that people or beings have took kind of linger in the air. I think she has this as she walks into the venue, she can feel one of those paths. Someone walked in, someone went to the bar, ordered a drink, and then kind of in a bit of a triangle pattern made their way over to the west side of the bar. And that is where they sit now. And when Rowan looks over, the person that's there is just totally nondescript. She's kind of kept an eye out for witches and folks like her and has been a bit familiar with picking up cues over the years, but this person looks as if they are made to be completely forgettable in the crowd, and I don't think Rowan would have spotted them unless if she did not follow their trail very specifically.
Okay. Um, and is that something that's kind of cloaking their power, like on purpose, or is this just they're just like a gray man, if you will?
Yeah, I feel like it's something about the face, the body. The the clothes are fine, uh, very neutral palette, but something about the face is just very forgettable.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Um, and I guess for Cloud, right? What do you see here? The flip side to the question for Dahlia that makes you feel a little bit nervous about performing here.
Now I have a trick if I get really nervous with the crowd because I have this, this nice code, the cockatoo code that
Yeah, yeah,
will make me appear more charismatic. And I'm usually using that only when the crowd is a little rowdy, a little rough, when stuff could go wrong. I usually will check with Dahlia before I do this because, I mean, using magic is always a little risky, a little iffy. And I would prefer not to do it. So I think that might be one of the things that makes me nervous that I don't use magic and I because the whole place kind of makes me kind of itchy, twitchy. Makes me kind of like almost scared, but also almost a little excited. And I'm looking at the people in the crowd and seeing if I can see someone who might trigger a memory or something.
yeah.
And
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 I wonder,
yeah, go ahead.
sorry, I wonder if, you're looking in the crowd and I think this, let's call him this gray man,
Mm-hmm.
catches your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're staring over there for like longer than seems normal. And I
Mm-hmm.
wonder, Rowan, you probably noticed this, or maybe Dahlia, maybe you both noticed this, right? Do you, how do you troubleshoot this?
I think Rowan, I think she observes this interaction for a bit, and I think it's maybe easier to keep an eye on the gray man now that there's also another person anchoring their presence. Like if Cloud is looking, then it's easier for Rowan's eyes to follow and look as well. And I think now that she is having that second look and a closer look, she notices that they are wearing uh they are dressed like a lighthouse keeper. And I think seeing that Rowan is going to start directing Cloud and uh ask how the setup is, if they need anything, just kind of trying to pull focus in a way that doesn't grab a lot of attention.
Okay.
yeah, I guess that should work if it's not something supernatural that's pulling Cloud's gaze, but just memories and um, their little pea brain rattling around.
One brain cell.
One brain cell.
One brain cell, but it's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay, yeah. So I think, when Cloud kind of breaks away from that and, starts to set up for the gig proper, the the lighthouse keeper turns back to the bar, you turns their back on the stage and, takes a drink out of their beer, right? Um, and I think now that you kind of know what you're looking for, Rowan, I think you see them kind of disappear again, but you kind of have them pegged, right? You know what I mean? You can kind of see through that cloak, let's call it.
Copy that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I double as security sometimes, so I've decided this might be the problem patron tonight. Through
yeah,
no
yeah,
real reason. It's kind of almost profiling, actually. Truly, this person hasn't caused any trouble yet.
yeah. Um, I mean, would this be something that might prompt you to, do some kind of ritual to prepare for trouble, or
I think maybe. I think she might. I think the first move is to uh clue in our lovely manager first.
Mhm.
Otherwise, there'll be questions about why did you suddenly walk outside? You're not supposed to. Where are you going? You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Touche.
yeah. So what, yeah, let's see that conversation
Yeah.
between you and Dahlia.
Yeah, Dahlia's checking out a few things, making sure like all the rigs are engaged and plugged in correctly.
hmm And I think Rowan will uh slide up next to her and say, "All right, how many people at the bar right now?"
Dahlia will turn, take a look. How many people are at the bar right now?
I
And
mean,
I'm kind of looking to see if she accounts for the gray man. Like, does she notice his presence? If there's like nine people at the bar, does she say nine or does she say eight, you know?
yeah, I mean, I think unless there is some way your manifestation calls this in, Kay, I think like your eye just glides over this lighthouse keeper.
Yeah, no, I agree. I didn't. If I had taken maybe one of the differing skills, I might have said differed. But yeah, I think with this, so I think Dahlia's just like clock eight. Why?
Mm. Patron number nine is someone I'm gonna keep an eye on, so don't worry, you're pretty head about it.
I worry my pretty head about everything, or else nothing would get done. But
hmm
thank you. I'm glad you're keeping an eye on that. Were they eyeing Cloud up at all, or
Yeah, lighthouse keeper,
like, oh,
which
hmm.
which could mean nothing, she says, quoting Cloud
But
from
it
earlier.
could, but it could mean something, and usually around Cloud it means something. Um, all right. This is all plugged in fine. Are you gonna do a thing? Because I'm gonna do a thing now, just to.
You go do your thing first, and then I'll do my
I
thing.
don't know. Yeah, then I'll swapsies, and we'll keep
Yep.
an eye. And
hmm
Dahlia's actually going to make her way towards the bar,
Mm.
but like is gonna go on around to like behind the bar, and is gonna
Okay.
start
It's so funny.
making her way through the barkeeping ingredients. And I've just realized what I'm about to say now. And I'm like, does a dripping dagger even have this? I'm looking for like an orange flower liqueur or like an orange flower blossom like distill or something that would be used to make cocktails.
Yeah, I mean, I do not remember anyone ever having a cocktail in this place. It seems a little
Or
bit,
like a
it's
drink.
like beer and whiskey, right?
Yeah.
Kind of a place. You never know.
I see
Maybe
it.
in the 2010s, it's gone a little bit upmarket, right?
Yeah, it's
Um,
whiskey with orange blossom water in it to make a retro old-fashioned special.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I think probably um, you probably need to persuade the actual bartender there not to,
Yeah.
kick your ass out, right? Um, so yeah, yeah. Um,
So how does that work? I have the persuasion talent.
so you have the persuasion talent, right? And I think who is the bartender in this day and age? Um,
Her
uh,
name starts with an L, doesn't it?
yeah, but I'm not, that was in the 90s, right? That crew were in
Oh,
the 90s. I'm not sure they're still around, but maybe they are. Maybe they are. Maybe it is. Who am I thinking of? It is. Well, let's say it's Ronan Cross, right? So
wow.
he's a local. He is like in his late 30s, I guess, or maybe early 40s now. Um, he is like still dressed like a 20-something surf chic dude, right? Um,
Jesus.
excuse me.
Oh, hey, sorry. With Dahlia, I'm with the talent tonight. If I don't make his thing, it's not a drink, but it's just like this little like pulley thing. He's gonna and divas. And she doesn't even like look up from where she's like moving bottles around where like the simple syrups and all that other kind of stuff is.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for some orange blossom.
Okay. Well, and I think, very gently, but kind of firmly, right? He puts his hand on your forearm as you reach up to a bottle. And I think you notice that it's kind of strange, right? There is an orange blossom bottle here that is like half full, but obviously hasn't been opened in quite a while, right?
Mhm.
Um, and no, no, I'm the bartender. I'll make you the drink.
It's not a drink.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Scoot, honey.
Did you just call me honey?
I did. I did.
First of all, if you're gonna do that, you should buy me a drink first. And she's gonna grab the orange blossom. And I said, this isn't for a drink, it's for an oil.
So I'm gonna bid 3 nickels against you. Um, you get a free one for your persuasion, right?
Yeah, so I'll bid four.
Okay. Um,
Wouldn't
and
it just wouldn't it be enough if you bid three because you have a free one?
Oh,
Just
I
saying.
meant four including the free. Like for a total of four.
sure. Um, so do you think you say something here that will convince him, or you just kind of
I don't
uh,
think she needs to say a word. I think she moves from the position where she was looking to turn around, and we've got that kind of low cut top, her face, big eyes. This guy's done for.
if only you knew this guy. Um, um,
Listen, he really appreciates her fashion.
okay, so I'm gonna come over the top here with 5 total.
Oh,
Um, and he like takes your hand, which has the bottle in it now, and just kind of twists the bottle out of your hand gently and says, "Nah, I'll get you a drink, and the potion might have to wait till we know who the hell you are."
excuse me. Okay, fine. Just give me a shot of orange blossom water then.
Okay. Uh, so, so you're getting, so are you like outbidding me to get what you want, right? Which is the orange blossom, or do you think, uh,
I don't think I'm going to bid more than five. That feels like a
okay,
lot of change.
okay, okay. Um, so if you spend five, you get the six, right?
Well, so I said I don't think I'm gonna bid
Okay,
because then I would
okay,
have to. Actually, I mean, it's a two shot. You know what? Yeah, I'll bring up four, making. Yeah, I will spend the coin.
okay. So you spend five to get the six to outbid him, and I think
Oh shit!
what
Then I would only have one. Never mind, I lied because then I would only have one wooden nickel, and that would be bad.
well you have two, right? Because you're getting the free one for persuasion, right?
Yeah.
So it's up to you. It's up to you.
Um.
If you do back down, you'll get five nickels into your stash. So there is
Yeah,
always
I think
that,
I'm gonna
right?
back down and get the five nickels.
Okay. Um,
So she steps out from behind and is like, "Fine, one shot of orange blossom water."
yeah, and uh, he gives it to you in a shot glass, and it's, he's looking at you now, right? He has definitely got his eye on you. Um, and he charges you like we're not keeping track of dollars, but he's charging you a ridiculous amount for a
You're
shot
seriously
of this, right?
you're charging me? I'm gonna have to talk to Lorraine Briarwood about this.
You do that.
And then she'll take the shot and walk away because he does not get to watch her work because he is not nice. And she will go over to an area behind the staging and she pulls from like her bag like this neutral oil and then sort of like this thick piece of iron and a pocket knife that she uses to shave off several filings very thinly and mixes that and the orange blossom together until it's sort of homogeneous, shakes it up, and will go find Cloud. And as she's going to find Cloud, once she has eyes on him, she'll like tap Rowan on the shoulder and be like, "All right, you're off duty. You go do your thing. I'm middling mine, but I've got eyes on him."
Thumbs up, off she goes.
Okay. So Rowan, you're doing the ritual, right? Or
That's what I got. So,
yeah, yeah. Um, so I guess when you're going off to do these, right, you do need to be at a crossroads. Not the crossroads you came into town on, any
yeah.
crossroads. So it can be just like outside the bar where there's a two-bit crossroads. So um, do you wanna do you want to describe what this looks like, this ritual?
Sure. I think she's just doing her basic fork tongue one. It's a little more subtle. I don't think she could get away with doing the big one tonight. But I think she will step outside, go to the car where she has, just her her basic ingredients. They're kind of tucked under the front seat, and she takes her snake skin and her bitter herbs, and she kind of uh balls them up between her hands to make a small little almost M&M sized terrible concoction. And she walks back into the bar, and while she is standing in the middle of the doorway, the place where two spaces meet, she'll pop it into her mouth, swallow it, and then immediately go to the bar to get something to wash it down.
Okay.
And I
Um,
will mark I've spent a wooden nickel for that.
okay. Yeah. Um, so this is happening, and I think Cloud, you are kind of ready to start the gig, right?
Yep,
Real quick before Cloud starts digging,
yep.
can Dahlia do her thing on him?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, why don't you describe how this works?
Yeah, I think right before you're about to like walk up to the mic to start, Dahlia's like, "No, here, Cloud, 1 second." And then she's like, "I just got to adjust something on your face," and she like tilts his head up and she takes like her index and her pointer finger and dips into the oil and drags two fingers across.
I think he moves a little away. What are you
No,
doing, Dahlia?
I'm
Please.
just giving you a little bit of extra jus de
I
vivre.
can do that
No,
myself,
but it's not.
Dahlia.
Listen, no, come on.
Yeah,
I got
but
all nice and special for you. It's one of those nights. There's a weirdo out there.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
So this
worried
is.
about.
Oh, what you think that I don't know. This is only going to bring you what you need.
Oh, it's what I need. The same thing than what I no, forget it. Fine, go ahead.
Thank you.
And
And
please ask before you do magic on me, okay?
okay, fair. I think this is like less magic and more of like traditions. But
That is that. I mean, you know what I'm. You know what I mean, okay?
no, I
And
know,
it,
but this is like more like
I'm not slipping potions into your tea. So
we're not slipping this onto your tea. I'm
yeah,
putting it on your face and your tongue.
yes,
And so he
my
watches the first she says
tongue.
face, and then she
Oops.
puts it on her face, and then she shoves her fingers in your mouth and says tongue.
Ah, and I'm supposed to sing like that. Damn it.
Um,
Exactly.
so I mean, we know what orange blossoms taste like, but the iron filings, you think you get something out of that? Some strange taste of that?
Yeah, probably, probably. I mean, you know what tastes like iron, right?
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
nice and good and easy. And for next sunrise, what you need will come to you.
Fine, fine. What I need right now is a good crowd.
And we've got them. And she points, and you see there are probably like Dahlia would have made sure the advertising, Instagram, all that fun. Did Instagram exist in 2010? Whatever, Twitter,
Mhm.
Facebook, whatever it was in 2010. Uh,
Snapchat.
Ebo.
Snapchat, yeah, yeah, all that stuff
Yeah.
It wasn't
set up.
2010.
All right, you're
Well,
gonna,
yeah, yeah. It's hard to know. It's
yeah, you're
so
gonna,
long ago in internet time.
yeah,
Right.
your
Yeah.
cloud.
Yeah.
You're gonna rock this. You've got this. You're amazing.
I know.
I'm excited to listen to you tonight.
Okay. Thank you.
Hmm.
Um,
Can you
so
get me something for my, I have this taste in my mouth.
Oh, yeah, and like she already has like at her side. What is Cloud's favorite drink?
Um, I think it's something sweet. Yeah, he has a sweet, they have a sweet tooth.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
think it's like a home brewed extra sweet tea kind of vibe. And she
Okay.
pulls out a little thermos, showing that she had made it while you were maybe in the shower getting ready, for the show.
Yeah,
Sweet tea?
they eye it a little suspiciously.
There's nothing extra in it. It's just sweet tea, I promise.
Mm,
I
okay.
tell you when I'm going to do a thing, just like I said, turn your head up. I'm going to put a thing on your head.
Okay. Okay. Fine. And I think they drink it.
Mhm. Enjoy. You're good. There's also a water bottle. And she
Yeah.
puts that and the water bottle down and then sachets
Yes.
away into the crowd.
Okay. And Cloud takes the water bottle and goes up to the stage, puts the water bottle next to them, just so they have that. And then they will say, what's the Dripping Dagger? It's right. And we'll say,
Yes.
hello, Dripping Dagger. We are ready for some music.
I think there's a drunken crowd response that assures you that they are ready, or at
Okay.
least they think they're ready.
Okay. Then I will play my music at them, or for them, more precisely.
Do you want to describe it in a little bit,
I can
or
do that,
yeah?
yeah. I mean, we have a drunken crowd, right? So we start out with something a drunken crowd would like some sort of shanty or some classic rock stuff. Now Cloud has their own songs, but they will take requests from the audience because this is a small gig, and then you will have people shout, play Yama Yama Ding Dong or whatever the name of that song was. Yeah, and yeah, and so they will let them get their energy out a little, right, with rock songs and stuff like they can sing to, or and then they will go occasionally into a slower song like a ballad, and they have some ballads, some foxy ballads that they have gathered on their roads around with stories about murder, of course, and hauntings and things like that. Yeah, ghost songs. That's what they really like. But they will mix it up so that they won't lose the crowd, so they can segue into the slower pieces that are closer to their heart and take them with them.
Okay, awesome. Um, Rowan, I think you were heading to the bar, right, to talk to this lighthouse keeper or something.
It was just getting a drink to wash out the bitter taste in her mouth.
Okay.
She uh the set's just started. She's not gonna cause any trouble immediately. So she's got her drink, she's got a vantage point on the lighthouse keeper, and this is where she is comfortable for now. I think she sometimes is like uh it's good to have someone in the crowd that you know is always going to react well. She doesn't really have to do it this time, but she plays her part as audience member decently.
Yeah. So I think like when things get a little bit quieter or slower, the lighthouse keeper like turns to you and says, "Good to see people from town make good, huh?"
Make good? I
And
didn't know he was local.
oh yeah, his blood runs deep here.
Thought he came from out of town. I saw the car and the unpacking.
And I think he just takes a sip of his drink and says, "Oh, we're playing it like that, are we?"
Uh, okay. I guess I could get kind of tired. Let's start over.
It's good to see local boys do well, huh?
Why do you know that? Or what makes you think that? The
Well,
blood runs deep or something? Family?
yeah, funny you should say that. You ever got deja vu?
I mean, who doesn't?
Mm, I'm in a constant state of deja vu in this town.
Does that say something about the town or something about you?
Yeah. My name is Roshan. I am the lighthouse keeper, but you need that.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have the look down.
Yeah, I guess he hasn't bothered to like take off his wellies or
Yeah.
probably even his oilskin trousers or whatever. He's got his like
Mm-hmm.
big woolly jumper on. He could have stepped off a trawler or whatever also, but here he is. Um, so let's switch over to Dahlia. What do we think you're seeing? Are you managing anything while this gig is going on? Are you uh,
I
keeping an
think
eye out
at
for
this
anything else?
I think at this point she's just vibing in the crowd, like keeping the energy up, making sure everyone's like feeling good.
Okay. And yeah, I think everything seems to be pretty good. You can see Cloud, uh, uh, really vibing. Whether that is what they needed thanks to you, or that was just they got over their usual nervousness and are really getting on with this crowd. It seems to be working out one way or the other. and I think you notice Rowan talking to this guy at the bar. Um, so yeah, I think everything seems to be going swimmingly.
You know, that's of course it is. Like it ever would do anything else. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
managing everything, so it's perfect. Rowan's got that on lockdown. I'm keeping an eye for the weirdo, uh, and just keeping everything good and going.
Hmm.
Near the end, I will play the name song and keep my eye on the weird dude, the lighthouse keeper, as I do so, just to
Yeah.
see what happens.
And I think, with an eye on the time,
Mhm.
we'll give us a mini cliffhanger, right?
Ooh, yay.
And I think it is the car alarm, your car alarm going outside. Maybe it's not easy to hear, or maybe it's a little magical, right? Maybe it's something that only you can hear.
Yeah, I feel
Um,
like Rowan is very tuned into her car.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's like a family heirloom, right?
Mm.
Okay. So I think we'll just cut it right there. The alarm goes off and heads whip around and we can jump into that action scene next week. Yeah. So I'll stop the recording and we will do our debrief.